For much of our history, our region has been a global leader in science and engineering, especially when it comes to chemistry, manufacturing, and energy. In the 1850s, Sam Keir from Indiana County built the world's first oil refinery in downtown Pittsburgh. Andrew Carnegie brought the Bessemer converter from England to Pittsburgh in the 1870s and created the Steel City. In the 1890s, Nikola Tesla and George Westinghouse electrified the world with alternating current. Today, here in the heart of Oakland, scientists, medical researchers, and engineers are pioneering robotics, regenerative medicine, and new technologies to generate power more efficiently than ever before. Well, all of this caught the attention of the National Academies of Science and Engineering, which are piloting a new Science Ambassador program right here in our region. The presidents of both academies are here with us today, and appropriately, both have ties to our region. Dr. Ralph Cicerone is president of the National Academy of Sciences, chair of the National Research Council, and, just as important, a native of Newcastle. Dr. Charles Vest is president of the National Academy of Engineering, president emeritus of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and a native of Morgantown, West Virginia. Welcome home. Good to have you both here. What is it, you have to be from greater Pittsburgh to make it in the National Academies?
You can only stay away so long.
I guess so. Well, it's good to have you back. What we're seeing here behind us with the living building and what goes on here at Phipps really speaks to some of the big issues that science and engineering technology are really trying to address today. It's how are we going to keep the lights on and take care of the environment at the same time?
Well, we have 7 billion people on the planet now, all of them aspiring to a much higher standard of living. We have to produce and satisfy all those needs.
Do you think everybody is aware, as they should be, of what it's going to take to do that and how big the challenges really are?
We don't think so. We think there is not a high enough level of awareness among the broad public in the United States of how totally dependent our future, our quality of life, our health, our security, energy, sustainability, these all have to be built on a solid basis of science and technology. And we need to get that word out.
Well, and there's a lot of emotion in this space too, and a lot of the arguments tend to be very confrontational, contentious, and science sometimes seems to get set aside.
Well, I think the emotion and the arguments come out of the fact that there are conflicts built in. Nothing is completely free. So, for example, with energy, we need access at a reasonable price. We need some domestic security. We can't depend completely on the rest of the world for our energy. And there are some environmental and climate constraints. We have to satisfy all three of those needs at the same time, and sometimes they run into each other.
So where does this new Science Ambassador program fit into this educational effort?
Well, we really think that in a democracy, people have to be more aware of these choices and be prepared to make them for the longer term, and that there isn't enough discussion. I mean, after all, when we use electricity, we just plug into a wall, we never see the smoke, we never see what goes into making it. It's there and available, and that's the good news. But we have to understand more about where it comes from, what we're giving up, and what are the trade-offs. So we're trying to encourage more understanding and more communication here in Pittsburgh to start with, tapping the leaders of this region and this community to do the work.
And you're really able to tap, members of the Academy who are our neighbors, right, here at our universities, corporations, and everything?
In fact, that really is the role of the Ambassadors program. We're really here to be catalysts. We're not bringing knowledge from on high inside the Washington Beltway. Forgive me for even the thought. But there is such expertise in the Pittsburgh area, in the universities, in the industry. And in many ways, you're the exemplar. This area has been through the transitions from old industries to new. So this is as much about learning from each other here and us learning from Pittsburgh as it is bringing something from outside.
Is it your hope, the members of the academies, both science and engineering, will be able to interact, various public forums? How's this going to work going forward?
Well, experts of all kinds, building on the local institutions. Some of the local institutions here have such a following. People have been going to some of the museums and science centers and business displays for the better part of their lives, so they know where to go. And we're trying to just, as Dr. Vest said, just catalyze a little bit some of the program to bring out some of the local experts, more to meet the people, so that the residents of this area feel that they actually have met somebody who knows what's going on and knows where to go when they need more information.
So, the kinds of big answers the world needs, you think they're just as likely to come from places like Pittsburgh as they are from inside the Beltway?
Oh, absolutely, more likely. But you know, when Tom Friedman so famously said the world is flat. He was thinking globally about the U.S. and India and Europe and so forth. But the U.S. is flat now too. There is no reason to expect that the next generation of new industries and ideas and innovation and entrepreneurship are going to come from the places they have for the last 30, 40 years. So I think the playing field's very level in the U.S., and communities like Pittsburgh that have great universities, great work ethic, and as Dr. Cicerone said, actually a great sense of boosterism, these places are going to succeed, they're going to lead.
All right, very good. Chuck Vest, Ralph Cicerone from the National Academies, thank you both so much, and thank you for choosing Pittsburgh to pilot the program.
Our pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
And next up, Phipps' new Center for Sustainable Landscapes isn't just any green building. It's a showcase for architecture, engineering, science, and technology from right here in our region. We'll meet a couple of the people who made it possible when our region's business returns. Stay with us.